What's up, guys? Welcome back to Collectible Khime. As a more casual player and collector, I like to look at the game from both angles. So today we're going to look at the leaders and the super alternate arts from Dual Evolution, and do a quick rundown of how they work and why this set may redefine not just the game, but the rarity system as well. Alright, to start this all off, we're going to go with Gogeta GT. I'm sure a lot of you know that there's actually 3 different Gogetas in this set, weirdly. But what did come with this set is 3 different super alternate art SCRs. And we've never gotten 3 different ones at once, so that's pretty cool. But we also get, for the first time ever in this set, 2 different super alternate art leaders, and we'll get to them when we get to them. We're going to start off with Goku GT, or Gogeta GT. This card flips at 4 life or 2 ki, and that's the first time we get that, so that's pretty cool. I really like that they're throwing a little bit of a wrench in the awakening. 2 ki doesn't seem too hard to get. Seems like you can get that in a couple turns, you know, and you should be able to awaken and start going to town then. The alternate art for this card is looking sick. The rainbows coming off of that, I believe it's a Kamehameha, probably mixed with like a Final Flash. It's looking sick. I also wanted to talk about the super combos for a couple of these decks. This one is very strong, and it negates all abilities for basically no cost of a 4 cost or less card, making this deck is going to be the monster coming out of this set, in my opinion. This leader builds ki for 30k swings to ensure SCR can activate main, and the activate main of this SCR is insane. It allows you to get an extra turn, but at a very big cost. So the SCR, while it's looking just sick with all these GT characters on there, builds ki, allowing for extra turn at the cost of 4. So if your opponent can't stop this first swing, they likely won't survive the second turn for sure. The cost is insanely heavy though. You full wipe the board and you get -6 energy. So on that last swing, you got to put everything into it, and you're probably not making it out of it if you don't end it right there. Alright, so up next we got Gogeta from the yellow archetype. This is probably my least favorite archetype to play against, or to even play, but this ability of this leader looks quite cool. You get to flip or awaken at 4, so that's normal. But the difference is you get to restand a card just for the cost of resting a card. So that is potential massive swings, especially if you're using that extra swing with your 6 cost. That's another 40k swing, plus you get an extra life if you're down to 1. So this card says if you would lose the game due to your life becoming 0, this card would become KO'd by your opponent's skill, you may add this card from your battle area to your life instead. And then you choose all the cards in your opponent's battle area and you switch them to rest mode. So it seems like you get to heal a life if you're about to die. So and it keeps you alive. That's really cool. That could keep you in the game for a potential another swing. And the alternate art for this is looking quite cool. Though I don't really like the color yellow on these cards, this card is looking awesome with the halo on Gogeta, with Vegeta and Goku standing behind him. I do like that they put the 5 different super alternate arts in this, and I really think this card looks cool, even though, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of that yellow. Next up, we got Gogeta BR. Probably my favorite Gogeta, or my favorite form of Gogeta. This is a red archetype, and it digs through decks faster than any other deck that I've ever seen. You get to draw 2 cards and place 1 at the bottom of your deck. That allows you to just dig right through, and you usually have to pay 1 or 2 energy to be able to do that. The activate main is if you played a Fusion Evolve, you get to give a card 15,000 power. So that can be quite heavy during the end of the game. You're playing Evolve for, 1 or 2 cost, and then you're able to give them 15,000 power on top of that. So that's going to be quite strong. Drawing 2 and tucking 1 allows you to search for those specific pieces, and it's really going to be a devastating deck in my opinion, as well as having the first, or one of the first 2 super alternate art leaders. And I really want to get my hands on one of these cards. These are looking absolutely insane. Hopefully the scalpers don't completely screw us on prices on these, because I really want to get my hands on one of these leaders. The Super Alternate Art SCR is also looking quite awesome. If you've whittled them down to 1 life and you've cleared the board, you win automatically. And unlike Standard Evolve, this requires 2 specific pieces, Son Goku BR and Vegeta BR, both at 20,000 power. It's harder to pull off, but at 2 energy cost for a 40,000 body is just kind of insane. And like I said, if you've whittled them down to 1, you've cleared their board, and this card clears their board, and you know, you get minus 25,000 for the turn, all cards present. That gets rid of a lot of cards, and then you can just hit them on top of that and clear their board. If they're down to 1 life, game is over. And that's pretty cool in my opinion. I really like that they're throwing in new caveats and new ways to win into the game. On to the only leader that did not get a Super Alternate Art this set, which is sad, but I completely understand why. We already have Beast Gohan that is going to be played with this set, and it's already has so many alternate art that's going to be played with this. I know I'm a main green player. I have so many alternate arts for these that my deck is going to look crazy. So first off, we have a leader that flips at 2 key instead of taking life, so you can block out early. And like I said, you're going to be able to play Beast Gohan with this set, so it's really going to be strong. Our alternate art leader is looking awesome, and this leader is all about building key, like I said before, and most of the cards are going to be about building key as well. We have our first SR Extra, and basically this is how you're going to win. It converts all that stored markers and all that key that you saved up into 1 big power boost. And you're going to play it out with this Double Strike or with a Beast Gohan. At 50,000 power with Double Strike, this Beast Gohan or this Son Gohan SH is going to be your closer. So if you're at 11 energy, you're going to be able to play out that Beast Gohan, get back your energy, be able to play this out. So you've done wiped out 2 cards, you'll play out this card, and you're going to be able to double strike with it, and you're going to be able to pull out that extra and use it with it, and it's just going to be devastating. I absolutely cannot wait to play this deck, and I think it's going to be one of the best that's coming out of this set. Last but certainly not least, we have Son Goku from the Tournament of Power, Ultra Instinct. This card or leader flips at 6, but you have to have 7 or more cards with Universe and their special traits in your trash to be able to flip this over. So you want to make sure that you're being very aggressive and you're comboing or using extras early so that you have those cards in your trash. The cool thing about that is it doesn't have to be Universe 7, just has to say Universe in it. So that leaves a lot of cards to be used into this deck. We also get our, well, first or second Super Alternate Art leader, and this is the chase card from the entire set. This is what I will be chasing. I do not want to pay $2,000 for this card, but I am willing to buy a couple cases, and that's a couple $1,000s right off the bat anyway. But at least I'll be able to get other cards and have a chance at a Super Alternate. That's what my thoughts are. This deck is all about putting cards in the drop, and you're setting up for your evolves for Ultra Instinct. This Ultra Instinct card down here at the bottom is just going to be massive. Swing with any card, then switch it while it's rested, making it 2 40k swings. So basically you're going to swing with Ultra Instinct, and then you're going to swing with another card, whether it be a cantrip, just a 1-cost card, and then you can switch it to this card once you initiate the swing, and it makes it 2 40k swings, and it's going to be insane. Add that with these 0-cost extra will give you 15,000 power on top of the Ultra Instinct swing, which is just going to end people's games. This is going to be one of the most devastating end swings in FB09, I believe. Alright, so to sum this all up, I think the power curve of this set is going to be insanely high. Older leaders are kind of screwed. I play Kid Q right now, and there's just absolutely no way I'm going to be able to take him into the next set. I was lucky to be able to play him now. The 3 Gogetas all look really strong. Ultra Instinct looks great as well. Beast Gohan looks like a beast, especially when you mix in the Orange Piccolo cards with him. I think all 5 of these decks are going to be the new meta. I think that every person that is playing is going to be playing one of these decks. Maybe we'll see a couple decks from the past, but I really don't believe so. So tell me what you guys think in the comments. If you did like the content, go ahead and like, subscribe. That would be awesome. That would help me out. And I'll see you guys in the next one.